I'ma get a tiger with a big house. Whoa. I'ma fuck his bitch till I pass out. Whoa. Bet you this shit get 100,000. Whoa. Bitch, this is game, this is not clout. Whoa. Run it.
YouTube, what's up, man? I'm your host with the most. I go by Pika Swags, and this is my first ever video on YouTube. And what a better way to kick off the New Year's with how I won my first Limitless VGC tournament. Yes, sir, we definitely took the dub home, boys. So I won with a team of Ogerpon, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, Walking Wake, Intake, and Farigiraf. I just want to give y'all a bit of a context involving this tournament and me as a competitive player. I had just spent the week working on the team. I think I was working on side spam, and I top cut with it, and I felt pretty good about it. And I wanted to use it for the upcoming Pokebros tournament that just happened with 700 players, and we really didn't do too hot in that tournament, and it kind of discouraged me, especially putting all that work into that team. So I kind of made a new team after the Pokebros tournament, and I wanted to test it out. And as you guys can see here, my regular, I took 2 losses at the beginning of this tournament, so we didn't come in with the hottest streak ever, you know what I mean? And this is the start of a new format. So let's kind of get into it. I only recorded the finals match. I missed out on some of these matches. I forgot to record. I'm not used to hitting the record button yet. So as you can see, my opponent's running a 2-2-2. I really just want to check his Dondozo mostly because I have no check to it besides critical hits with Ogerpon. So we're going to play around Ogerpon here, which is basically the game plan, and keep it safe from the Chien-Pao and the Chien-Yu. So yeah, let's see if we can go ahead and wall break this Dondozo here on first turn. That's kind of my plan. So I know he's going to lead Dondozo. He's going to go ahead and get the commander boost. So my goal really is to go ahead and get off the critical hits with Ogerpon. I can live physical hits. I am pretty bulky. I'm kind of in an awkward position because I have Walking Wake out. So I'm going to switch him out into Fluttermane, just in case if he wants to go for that order up, it won't be effective on Fluttermane. And I know Ogerpon can at least live 2 hits. It is open team sheets. So I know this Dondozo really does not have nothing for my Ogerpon whatsoever. So I can basically freely keep trying to get a critical hit off on him. I think for at least 2 turns because I can take 2 hits. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into Fluttermane. And basically after that first hit, I'm going to try to hit it with a Moonblast as hard as I can and see if we could wall break this Dondozo down. So he's going to Terra, I'm going to Terra respectively, and we're going to go into our moves. Hopefully he does hit the Fluttermane. I actually forget here. Let's see. So yeah, I get the speed boost. I get the attack boost on the critical hit as well. So I think this first one does about 25 to 30%. Yeah, about a good 20-ish%. And he goes for the order up, and you guys are going to see I take that. Okay, it's not the best, but with that little bit of bulk, it does help. And this Moonblast is going to go ahead and take him down at least half. And Ogerpon is going to head and pick up the KO with this Ivy Cludger because I am going to get the critical hit this time. So, like I said, that Razor Claw, it gives you the 50% chance. It gives me a 50% chance within combination of Ivy Cludger to get those critical hits off. So my critical hit rate is extremely higher than normal. So he's going to go into his Fluttermane now. Now, this is really pivotal in this match because I don't know his exact stats and EVs. He doesn't know mine, so I'm assuming we're both just max speed. So I'm gonna risk the speed tie here and try to Icy Wind, so that way my Ogerpon can outspeed his Fluttermane, and I can outspeed his Tatsugiri as well because it doesn't outspeed me even with the Choice Scarf. So but he's gonna make a good play and switch out of his Tatsugiri into his Chi-Yu, which is actually really good because I don't see too many players actually preserve their Tatsugiri after the Dondozo, but I am able to get off this Icy Wind. I do win the speed tie war, which is great. So Fluttermane did his job. This was the only job it had because I had no type of counters to Fluttermane if it is a booster energy one. So I am going to sacrifice my Fluttermane here, and I'm going to bring in the Walking Wake now. So now Walking Wake threatens his Chi-Yu, and I can pick up the 1-hit KO on Fluttermane with the Ivy Cludger every time. So, like I said, this Ogerpon is trained specifically well, so that way I can pick up KOs on Fluttermanes, Dondozos, Incineroars, Landorus, and live hits. So I'm pretty bulky. And Walking Wake is going to be able to pick up the KO. So all that's left now is his Tatsugiri. Like I said, he knows he can't outspeed me with the Choice Scarf, so my opponent is going to go ahead and forfeit the first game here. And then we're going to go ahead and go into game 2. So now going into game 2, I kind of want to do the same thing again, but except being that my opponent just took this loss, I want to bring Farigiraf in the back, just in case if he does want to bring the Dragonite Chien-Pao stuff, I can use this ability to stop the priority. So he's going to do the same lead here again. It's going to be the same kind of song and dance here, just like in the last round, because my opponent did not pay attention that I was Razor Claw on the open team sheets. So he assumed that I was just getting the critical hits on like luck kind of. So we're both going to Terra here respectively. And like I said, it's going to be the same song and dance basically. But this time I'm going to keep my Walking Wake in just in case if he does predict the switch out. So I didn't want to be too predictable like the last game, but I kind of want to stick to the same strategy. So here's, unfortunately, I'm not able to get the KO. But Walking Wake does hit this clutch super critical hit. Unfortunately, that's really unfortunate for my opponent, but we're going to go ahead and take it because, you know, we need all the luck we can get over here. And that's going to be the KO on Dondozo. Let's see, I believe my opponent, okay, yeah, so he goes back into Flutter Mane again, same song and dance, but he does have the advantage with the Icy Wind. But I know I can live any hit from this Flutter Mane, especially being that he didn't switch into his Chi-Yu to do extra damage. So Ogerpon can easily live this and pick up the KO on his Flutter Mane. And I'm still faster than Toxagiri with Choice Scarf. I think he probably made his a little bit bulky and probably took EVs out the speed, because I figured it would have been faster than me with the Choice Scarf. Oh no, yeah, I figured it would be faster than me. And as you guys can see, I get to show off a little bit of that special bulk that Ogerpon has there, eating that Draco Meteor there. So now he's going to bring in his Chi-Yu. And here I'm able to, again, easily just pick up the KO on both of these guys because, again, I outspeed the Tatsugiri and I outspeed the Chi-Yu with Walking Wake. So that's going to be an easy 2-game pickup for me here for these guys. I believe that's how it plays out. Let's see here. So yeah, Walking Wake is going to pick up the KO on Chi-Yu with the Hydro Steam, and I think I get the critical hit with Ogerpon onto the Tatsugiri, which will set me up for game. Let's see. Yep. So the Ivy Cudgel comes out. Let's see, is it a crit or not? And it is definitely a crit, and that's going to be game set right there. Shout out to my opponent. He played a really good set. Definitely cool down to earth person. If I do get his or her Twitch, I'll link it down in the description. But here's the team preview for you guys again real quick, just in case if you missed it. Like I said, Ogerpon, Defiant, Standard is just really bulky set, so that way I could live things and just KO what's important for Graf to stop the Trick Room, the Tailwind, and the priority spam that's going around with Fake Out and Extreme Speed, Chien-Pao. With the Stellar type that's been used, I kind of wanted to experiment a little bit with it, as well as Entei with the Assault Vest. I think he's a great fire type, can't be flinched, can't be intimidated. Standard Flutter Mane, and Walking Wake is basically my water type for the Water Fire Grass core. So that's going to be the team there, guys. Again, this is my first ever video. Hope you guys enjoy.
Bitch, this is game, this is not clout.